Tulip Mania, history's first great market bubble. Welcome to the wild story of Tulip Mania, the 1630s Dutch craze where flowers became fortunes overnight. A single tulip was once worth more than a house. Here's a surprise. Tulips are not originally from Europe. Tulips arrived in Europe from the Ottoman Empire in 1500. Their vivid colors and rare streaked patterns fascinated the Dutch elite. Owning exotic tulips was like showing off a luxury car today, a clear display of wealth and taste. They became part of lavish displays and social ceremonies among the elite. Collectors prized these flowers as badges of social distinction. During the Dutch Golden Age, prosperity and global trade fueled a fascination with luxury. Tulips appeared in still life paintings, and elaborate gardens showcased the rarest varieties. People weren't just buying flowers, they were buying prestige. Ownership was a symbol of wealth and position in society. Tulip trading, from collectors' passion to traders' frenzy. At first, it was the pursuit of beauty, of rarity, of wonder. But desire soon deepened into ambition, and the collectors, once content to admire, transformed into traders, fueling a market that would consume them all. The tulip itself was no longer the prize. Instead, slips of paper promised bulbs not yet dug from the earth, sold and resold as contracts for tomorrow, an early glimpse of what we now call futures trading. The mania spread far beyond the trading halls. Merchants, craftsmen, and farmers were all drawn in, abandoning their callings for the promise of quick riches. What had begun as a niche pursuit now gripped every layer of society. Many traded tulips they had never even seen, exchanging promises rather than petals. Deals were struck on trust alone, fueled by speculation and the relentless surge of hype. In this new marketplace, belief often mattered more than the bulbs themselves. Prices soared ever higher as confidence swelled, pushing the craze beyond all reason. In their frenzy, people sold land, homes, and possessions just to buy a single tulip bulb. What had begun as trade in flowers now consumed fortunes and lives alike. The height of craze, when confidence knew no limits. By the mid-1630s, tulip prices had reached staggering heights. A single bulb could cost as much as a skilled worker's annual wage, or even a house in the heart of Amsterdam. What had begun as a flower of beauty now stood as a symbol of excess and folly. Contracts flew across taverns and markets, many exchanged on paper alone. Bulbs rarely changed hands, instead, slips of promise passed from one speculator to the next. In this paper economy, the tulip itself became almost an afterthought. The frenzy spread like wildfire, igniting every corner of society. Confidence was absolute. Everyone believed prices would only climb higher. From wealthy merchants to humble laborers, speculators of every class rushed headlong into the mania. The panic, the day the tulip dream died. By February 1637, the tide of mania turned to panic. Confidence shattered as prices collapsed almost overnight. What had seemed an unstoppable frenzy now left traders and speculators scrambling in fear. At an auction in Haarlem, the unthinkable happened, no buyers appeared. The once crowded halls fell silent, tulip bulbs left unsold and worthless. The fevered rush that had gripped the city suddenly gave way to disbelief and despair. Fear spread like wildfire through the markets. Prices collapsed within days, and contracts once considered sacred were abruptly broken. The mania that had driven fortunes now left devastation in its wake. Aftermath, when the tulip dream crumbled. While tales of mass ruin were often exaggerated, countless individuals still faced humiliation and financial loss. Merchants, artisans, and farmers alike saw their dreams crumble. The mania left a scar on society, both in pocketbooks and pride. Despite the chaos and personal losses, the Dutch economy endured. Trade and commerce eventually recovered, and life returned to the streets and markets. The tulip mania remained a cautionary tale, remembered more for its lessons than its destruction. Tulip Mania may have ended centuries ago, but the lesson remains. When hype overtakes value, a collapse is never far away. Your voice matters. Like the video, share it with friends, and let us know your thoughts in the comments.